Good evening, everyone. It has been a hot minute since I filmed anything. Most of my Monday videos are backlogged. Sometimes I'll shoot 3 or 4 videos in a week and edit them up and have them scheduled. And so because I didn't film a garden tour last week, it's been like 2 or 3 weeks, I think, since I filmed a video. Honestly, there wasn't really a whole lot to show last week. I feel like we were really in that transition between summer and fall, and now the garden is really like the fall garden. So I have a lot to show you. It's not really great, doesn't look the best. The last couple of weeks have just been really crazy. My baby has decided he's only gonna do 30-minute naps, which is killing me because I can't do anything. It's been a struggle, but here we are. Like, if I get out twice a week to water the last few weeks, it's good. So things are not looking too great, and I'm seeing a lot of insect damage. So why don't we take a look? We have built these hoops. We were gonna do it out of PVC piping, but my husband got this wood for free, and so we're like, you know what, let's just use the free stuff. We probably won't be here next winter, so we don't need them to last more than this season. You can see I've got the frost cloth ready to go. We've already had a couple nights that had a frost warning, so we've been using that. So this is where I've planted my beets and turnips, and you can see there's really only these ones and nothing else has really come up here. So I have read that sunflowers put off some sort of a chemical, or I don't know what, but they can make it so that other plants can't germinate really close to where they are. So people aren't really encouraged to put sunflowers in their compost for that reason. And right where all those were around sunflowers. Actually, the sunflower roots are still in there because I had already planted, so I didn't want to pull them all the way out. But now that I know that, at the end of the season, I'm going to make sure all the sunflower material is completely pulled out. So I don't anticipate of getting much of anything. Something that's kind of funny is that, so you can see on this side, I've got some turnips coming up. No beets, which is really disappointing. I planted so many beet seeds around the garden and none of them have germinated. Or they germinated and quickly were eaten or something. But isn't this funny? Some of the onions that I had planted and were killed by the tomatillo or the ground cherry are coming back. So that's funny. But like, we've got tons of insect damage. I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be slugs. So you can see I've put like eggshells around the base. There were a lot more eggshells around the bases of the plants, but they've disappeared. So that's fine. Here are my few pepper plants left. I will be picking these peppers probably by the end of the week, but I want to show you something kind of interesting. So here's a purple pepper plant, and look, they're like actually turning away from purple. They started purple and are getting less purple. Oh, whoops, might have just picked that one. So I'm probably going to be picking these soon. These guys are like half and half, but they are enough that I could let them finish ripening on the counter. Here, this cauliflower is actually taking off well. He's looking good, and this one's looking pretty good too. The spinach I put in, not looking as good, but not terrible. Now this is probably because it's getting cold out and all the little critters need to get ready for winter, but there are so many little holes around things here. So like, someone has been digging in the base, by the base of one of these spinach plants. I can see where I had planted some peas, and someone dug those seeds up and now they're gone. Speaking of peas, these guys are actually doing a lot better than they've grown significantly since the last time I checked in. So that's good. There's even some that I planted. Let's see if I can get a shot of it. Over here, you can see some down there. I had planted them under the beans to replace them, once I collected the seeds, and yeah, they're up and growing. So I'm probably going to be collecting these seeds soon. I'm honestly just waiting for the pods to really dry. So you can see here's like a yellow one. This one's so close, like the pod is still a little flimsy. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to get hard. Like this one is really hard and crunchy. So there's quite a few up top that I think are ready. So hopefully this week I'll be able to come and like rip these out and collect the seeds. My husband's been away the last few weekends, and so it's really hard to do like a lot of work, like big jobs like tearing plants out when he's not here to watch Ike. A lot of my gardening is a little bit here, a little bit there, throw some seeds in here, throw some seeds in there. The Chinese red noodle bean are starting to climb. We're getting some good ones. Now here you'll notice it's empty here. It was not empty. There were 2 bean plants there, and somebody has just stolen 2 of them. This happened last night. So that's not ideal. Here is a sunflower I tried to pull out and failed. So I need to get my snips. I just did this afternoon or this morning. I need to clean that up. But you can see the sunflowers. There's another one I pulled out. They're all dead. They need to come out. My tomatoes are hanging on. It's really cold, but honestly, like, I don't even know if the tomatoes that are on them are going to turn red. There's a few on this branch. This plant, this bumblebee cherry plant, has a few, but I'll probably be pulling these ones out as well. Here you can see, this is my little broccoli. It's been munched on. That spinach plant looks terrible. Here is my first dragon's tongue bush bean. Actually, there's 2 of them. Here's another one. They're tiny, tiny. I'm just not really having a ton of luck with this fall garden, guys. I should also show you that I do have some germination here. We've got a mix of radishes and carrots germinating. They're all so close together because as I water, they sort of washed away. You see my carrots, they all look so happy, so wonderful. There's some parsnips even that are coming up. But look at this. Can you see that? That, my friends, is poop. And there's more over there. And someone has been digging under here, and I'm so angry. At first I thought it was just squirrels trying to like eat the little seedlings of the carrots or the seeds or whatever, but that poop is way too big to be a squirrel. So I'm thinking it's a cat. It doesn't really look like a cat poop, but it's an outdoor cat. Maybe depends on what they're eating, I guess. So I'm not too pleased about that, but honestly, that's about it. There's not too much more to show. I do have a bunch of pretty zinnias still hanging out. The cover crop I planted in my last fall planting vlog, those are coming up just a little bit, but yeah, that's about it. So sorry I missed last week's garden tour. I'm sure most of you didn't even notice, so bet if I hadn't said anything, no one would know. But that's all for this week. Pray for my carrots. I'm so upset about that. I need to like clean it out, but I'll have to bring like the scooper from my cat's litter box. So frustrated. One more thing. I almost forgot, and my battery's at 1%, so I need to fill this quickly. But I've got lettuce. Not enough to eat, but let me show you. My iceberg lettuce is coming up. I've got some big radishes in here. See how big he is? And here are my 2 varieties of romaine lettuce. Here's one that a red romaine lettuce that came up, and it's going to seed. Show you what the flower looks like. It'll focus. There we go. It's kind of pretty. So I'm just letting it go. Why not? But yeah, that's really exciting. Anyway, that's all from me. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope your garden looks absolutely beautiful, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!